When we talk about joint protection, it's not about avoiding life or, wrapping yourself in bubble wrap. It's really about working smarter, not harder. It's about making these small, almost invisible changes to how you do things every day that, believe me, can make a huge difference in how your body feels. So let's dive in. Have you ever had one of those days? You do something simple, like unload the groceries from the car, and afterwards you just feel totally wiped out or achy. Why is that? Well, it's because every single movement we make, every lift, every reach, every step, it has this kind of invisible energy tax. We pay this tax all day long without a second thought, but over time it really adds up and puts all this unnecessary strain on our joints. So, to cut down on that energy tax, we're going to start with the most powerful tool you have, and that's your mindset. From there, we'll get into three core principles: conservation, simplification, and mechanics. And by the end, we'll have built a practical toolkit you can literally start using today. Okay, before we even talk about how to lift a box or organize your kitchen, we have to start right here, in your head. Seriously, any real lasting change starts with what you believe. You could have the best strategies in the world, but they just won't stick if you don't truly believe they can work for you. And this brings us to a really key concept called self-efficacy. Just think of it as your personal confidence rating. It's that deep down belief that you actually have the power to make a change and see it through. This isn't just about wishful thinking. It is the absolute foundation of what motivates us to even try. Now, the engine that drives that self-efficacy is something called your locus of control. And you have to ask yourself, are you in the driver's seat of your life, or are you just a passenger? An internal locus of control, that first column, means you feel like you are empowered and you are responsible. And that is the mindset we're aiming for, that core belief that you are in control of protecting your body. All right, let's shift gears and get into our first practical principle. This is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to start with the idea of conservation, which is all about how you manage your body's energy budget. I want you to think about your physical energy like it's a bank account. Every single day, you get a certain amount to spend. Now, some activities are just small withdrawals, right? But others are major expenses. Energy conservation is just about becoming a really smart budgeter. It's not about doing less, not at all. It's about spending our energy wisely so you can get everything you want done without going into the red. So how do you actually budget that energy? Well, for one, you plan ahead. Don't try to do all your heavy-duty chores in one marathon session. Pace yourself. And here's an easy one. Sit down to work whenever you can. Folding laundry, chopping vegetables. Sitting saves the energy you'd be spending just to stand up. You should also schedule rest breaks, and this is key, before you feel tired. That's like putting money back in the bank. And simple things, like getting all your ingredients out before you start cooking so you're not making 10 trips back to the pantry. Those are the small deposits that really add up. Okay, next up is our second principle, simplification. Now, if conservation is about managing your energy budget, simplification is like finding discounts and coupons on everything you do. It's about making tasks just inherently easier from the get-go. This is basically about becoming a little bit of a life hacker. For every task you do, I want you to start asking this question: what is the absolute easiest, most direct way to get this done? And the answer usually involves changing either the task itself or just the space where you're doing it. And this is where it gets really practical and honestly kind of fun. I mean, think about it. Why do we keep our heaviest pots and pans in a low cabinet where we have to bend all the way down and lift them every single time? Move them to a shelf at counter height. Why struggle with a heavy caster and skillet when a lighter one does the job just fine? And instead of trying to lift that huge bag of dog food, just slide it across the floor. This is all about making smart, simple choices that just lower the physical price tag of a task. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The goal is not to do less, it's to do it smarter. It's about finding those clever ways to stay active and get things done without paying that unnecessary physical price. And that brings us to our third and final principle, mechanics. You can think of this as the how-to guide for your body. It's all about using this amazing machine that is your body in the way it was actually designed to be used, safely and efficiently. Think of this as the owner's manual for your muscles and joints that you never got. When you use proper body mechanics, you're making sure that you're using your largest, strongest muscles to do the heavy lifting, which in turn protects your smaller, more vulnerable joints, like the ones in your spine and even your fingers. Okay, let's take the classic example. lifting a box. We've all been told to lift with your legs, but what does that actually mean? Well, first, get a stable foundation. Widen your stance. Second, pull the object as close to your body, your center of gravity, as you can. Third, and this is the big one, you hinge at your hips and bend your knees. Your back should stay pretty straight. And finally, you drive the movement with the powerhouses of your body, your leg muscles, your glutes. This one change takes all that strain off your back and protects your spine. It's a game changer. So we've covered the mindset, right? And we've gone through our 3 core principles: conservation, simplification, and mechanics. Now, let's pull it all together into a simple, really powerful toolkit you can use to start protecting your joints, well, right now. So here it is. This is your joint protection toolkit. First, conserve. Budget your energy like a pro. Second, simplify. Always be on the lookout for an easier way. Third, move smart. Use your body the way it was meant to be used. And the foundation holding it all up? Believe. Really cultivate that mindset that you are in control. So I'll leave you with a question. Don't try to change everything all at once. That's overwhelming. Just pick one thing. Maybe it's how you unload the dishwasher. Maybe it's how you lift the laundry basket. Or even just how you organize your desk. What's the one small, smart change you'll make today to start working smarter, not harder?